Martins.
Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Grassroots Chats with me, the host, MC SaabiiBoi, my other host, Dwayne P. Frank. And today we have the lads, and of course, we needed to bring a balance to North London. So we have Steve, Mike, and of course, we have Tottenham's finest, Kareem. Ladies and gentlemen, Kareem, wave to the camera. Say hi, wave to the camera. Say hey. Oh, God, look at Mike's
Good
face.
evening, good evening, good evening.
Mike,
Thanks for
Mike,
having me
Mike
on the
doesn't
show, guys.
understand. He doesn't understand sharing a platform with a Tottenham guy.
Bro, I ain't got a problem with Tottenham fans. It's Arsenal fans I got a problem with.
Imagine you have a problem with your own fans.
Yeah,
but before we get into that, man. So Billy Joe Saunders, a couple of weeks ago, was saying how, as a boxer, you should always go down on your shield, regardless of what happens to you in the ring. Once, even if you're about to die, somebody should knock you out. You should get knocked out. You should get killed instead of taking a knee or giving up. But it turns out his eye socket was removed with a very nice uppercut by Canelo. So the question now, do you actually think there's anybody out there that can beat Canelo, Steve?
No.
No?
No.
Mike?
I haven't seen someone, no.
Nobody can get beat by anybody on their day. They said the same thing about Tyson. No one can beat him. Man stopped training, got knocked, innit? So, yes, I don't know who, but you're acting like he's unbeatable. He's not. On their day, one punch and you're knocked. So I wouldn't say there isn't anybody, but to hand thinking about it now, if he's on his game, he's 9 times out of 10, he's gonna see it through.
What do you think? What do you think, Carrie? Because that uppercut, man, I'm sure Billy Joe Saunders has lost like at least 3 or 4 senses right now. Probably doesn't even know where he is.
I don't know. I think it's a tricky one. I think going by his past fights, we saw how Mayweather just outboxed him. Defense was just too much for him. But at the current moment in time, I can't see anyone beating him. I think he's just in a league of his own, to be honest, at the moment.
What do you think, Dwayne, man? So I'm going to throw something in there. These boys all think there's nobody else that's out there currently that can beat this guy. Man, I'm willing to put a $5 that Chris Eubanks Jr.
Big spender.
That who? Chris Eubank?
Yes, Chris Eubanks. What do you
Chris
think?
Chris Eubank Jr.?
Yes, Chris Eubanks Jr.
Not at the moment. I just think Canelo is just, how serious he's taking it. He's fighting every 70, 80 days. He's just constantly in the gym. It's like he said to himself, he's just taking it up an extra level. And Billy Joe Saunders, in the couple of rounds before he actually stopped the fight, I think it was the 5th and the 6th, he was actually coming into the fight. He was actually, looks like he was causing him a couple of problems. But then Canelo can just pull it out. And he just seems to be head and shoulders above his competition at the moment.
What do you
think?
And
as Mike says, so long as he doesn't let his own game drop, in terms of his training and his attitude, I can't see anyone beating him. It would be interesting to see him up against Mayweather now, because when he fought Mayweather, he was really young. To fight like Mayweather now, I think it would be a very interesting fight.
Dwayne, what do you think?
Hell to no, no. Look, we got to say it how it is, isn't it? Right? Canelo right now is beast mode. Canelo right now is premier standard. He is the biggest, baddest man out there right now. Look, Billy Joe Saunders, you done your thing, innit? You went what, a further round in Amir Khan, or was it 2 rounds more than Amir Khan with Canelo? I think Canelo knocked him out in the 6th, innit? Khan.
Canelo knocked Khan out in the 5th. Saunders got to the 8th.
Do you know what? Congratulations. You now ended up like Kell Brook. Your career is probably over now. Well done, Billy Joe Saunders. You're fucked up.
Why do you hate this guy so much?
To be honest, at some point, I actually thought there would be an upset because Saunders has a very funny style of fighting where he runs around the ring, he controls with the jab, he wants to come in with the left hook, blah blah. And as Steve said, in the 4th, 5th, and 6th round, he looked like he was doing something. But I think he underestimated the power of Canelo though, because you could even tell that Canelo, even when you were defending those punches, those body shots were whacking that guy. But the question is right now is, I feel so he has all the belts but one.
Mm-hmm.
So Karim, if you're Canelo, who would you give a chance? Would you just keep beating people up, or you just say, you know what, I think you should go for Triple G for a third fight. What do you think?
I agree.
Oof.
I agree. I think Triple G will be a good. I think that's the one that most people will want to see as well. Because who else is really? I think Eubank is too soon for Eubank. I don't think it will sell either. But Triple G, I think a lot of people. I would like to see Dwayne. Who's that mate?
I ain't getting in the ring with nobody called Canelo. I'm just letting you know for free. Shit.
Mayweather's. Dwayne, the light skin guy. What's his name?
Oh yeah, him. What's his name?
What? Not Haney.
No. He's under Mayweather camp. He's
that for fun. I can't wait.
Who?
Tank?
Yeah, is it Tank?
No, it can't be Tank.
What? Javante?
No, it can't be. No way. No way.
First of all, there are two different weight categories. First of all, there are two different weight categories.
That's a mad thing right there.
But I would like to see it though.
No, that's not gonna happen. First of all, I think Canelo eat him first things first.
Why? Why do you think that?
Have you seen that power? See, Canelo's punch is like a caliber bullet. Even if it doesn't touch you, you feel the rage that comes through. And skill set wise, man, Javante, first of all, Javante is too light.
So Canelo's what now?
He's a super middleweight, 168 pounds. Javante is what? What's Javante? Lightweight or something funny like that. They say that he can't put up all that power to fight him. So I think, first of all, Triple G, in my opinion, won the first fight. That first fight that was draw. I think Triple G won the first fight. The second fight, though, it showed you how smart Canelo was, because Triple G went with the same mindset. I'm just going to knock this guy, smash him to pieces. You know, like how the Hackney boys think. Just go out there, let's go. But then
these random Hackney boys, man, they're everywhere. You know, they chat the most doo-doo in the world. But what can you do about them?
Yeah, that's
sorry, the whistle.
I'm from South London, mate. What are you talking about?
It's so easy to get, you know.
Same thing. I mean, I think a third fight with Triple G, but will Canelo give him that fight, Steve? Will Canelo give him that fight?
I think he'll go to unify the division first, because he's the one belt missing. He's got is it Grant or Plant or
Plant? Kind of Plant.
Yeah. I think he will do that. He's already said he'll come. He said he's coming next. He's next. So they're expecting the fight to be done July or something like that.
Right, yeah.
Whoa, quick turnaround, boy.
That's what I'm trying to say. Canelo's been fighting every 70, 80 days.
Yeah, he says.
I mean, he's already fought 3 times this year or something like that.
Is that to do with his own contract?
Yeah, I was about to say that's due to his contract, right?
Yeah, his contract, but it's also.
I don't think it has to do with his contract though. He has said he wants to keep. First of all, you know, Canelo is under his own banner. You know, he's not under Golden Boy anymore. He's under his own self. The rumor is that Eddie Hearn is trying to get him in. Obviously, you could see that's why Eddie Hearn was like, "Oh yeah, this guy can fight." You know,
he's around him, innit?
He was trying to. I mean, they just beat up your fighter, and you're there bigging up Canelo.
Doing Don King moves, man. That's Don King moves, boy.
100. That's Hearn for you. Billy Joe, who? Billy Joe, go home. That's what he blatantly said right there.
I mean, and the funny thing is that I like Billy Joe's confidence, though. He was dancing, giving us the gypsy moves, you know.
Don't worry, keep dancing until he knocks you.
But then, what does this mean? Does this actually mean that you could actually have a second fight with Joe Saunders and Eubanks Jr.? Now that they both don't have belts, now that they can both go for contention for another fight with Canelo or Triple G, what does that do for that fight? Because I want to see that fight, because Eubanks believes that he was robbed in the first fight, which he always does. But do you actually see that second fight happening, Mike?
Any fight's possible for money. If it's making money, or it's what people want to see, which is basically making money, then yeah, they'll make it. They ain't got nothing going on now. So I suppose from that aspect, from a career point of view, none of the boxers really career oriented, really. But yeah, it makes sense to try and get yourself on the map and get yourself in contention. But it's whether it's gonna generate any actual real moolah.
That's his Saunders fights again, mate. Because the way they're talking about his eye,
No, yeah,
He's got multiple fractures.
come like
He's
Bruno.
done.
And the thing is, what kind of it's kind of ironic because he was making a comment about who is it?
And,
Was it
yeah, Danny
Joyce?
Dubois. Yeah, Danny Dubois. Because
Yeah, Danny Dubois.
Yeah.
Yeah, making a comment about that. He had a damaged eye socket and stuff, so it's kind of mad. But
Well,
yeah,
once your eye goes, I think that's it. To be honest, I don't think you.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing with, so for example, with Kell Brook fought Errol Spence. He got his left eye socket broken.
Damn.
Then he recovered. Then he fought Triple G first, got the left eye socket broken, went back to his weight category, fought Errol Spence, and got the right side broken.
Yeah,
So-
but eye socket broken is not the same as detached retina, is it?
No.
That was
Not the same
Saunders.
thing.
Huh?
I thought Saunders was his eye socket as well.
I thought it was his eye socket as well.
Oh, I thought
he's
it was
got multiple fractures in his eye socket.
My God. So what you're telling me is one human being's hand
in gloves,
in
by the way.
gloves can do certain things. So, but Karim, you mentioned that Eubanks wasn't ready. Why do you think he's not ready?
No, I just still think he's got some learning to do, man. He just doesn't look as that confident fighter as I've seen him in the past years. Me personally.
Confidence. There's nobody more confident than that guy. That guy talks.
Nah, I don't see.
Where he talks to the mirror and just
when he definitely like comes in the ring and he shows about. I hear that. I think it's all for the camera. Obviously, he's got his dad's shoes that he's trying to fill and stuff, but he doesn't look as confident and in the ring, if you know what I mean, when he's actually fighting, as I've seen him in the past few years.
Is that because of who he's fighting? The caliber of opponent? Or
it could be. It could be, to be fair. It could be.
Yeah.
The person who beats Canelo has to be able to think in the ring and change your style according to what you're presented, not coming with a game plan and have to stick to it all the way through. Like say Mayweather, be able to adapt your style to what you're facing.
Well,
It's a thinking fighter.
You're talking about the highest of highest IQs in boxing here. Mayweather, there's nobody higher than that. I mean, Canelo. First of all, Canelo turned pro when he was age 13 because you're allowed to do that in Mexico. He turned pro at age 13. At the time that he fought Mayweather, that was his 44th fight. That was his number 44. So, and of course, they were making noise. Oh, the king is dead. Long live the king. Blah 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 blah. He had power. He had speed. He had everything. Mayweather outclassed him. As in, one of those peekaboo. Oh, one of those. That's how the fight was. He was punching him 3 years after he had punched. So, well, that's we're talking about arguably the best, if not the best fighter ever. But you see the way you could see that in the first 2 or 3 rounds, Canelo wasn't sure how Saunders was fighting. He was trying to gauge, but he could still drop those power shots just to keep him calm. So Dwayne, you think if Saunders is okay to fight again, do you think he should? Who do you think he should step in the ring with?
Well, Billy Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? It has to be Connor, innit? I mean, not Connor. It has to be Eubank Jr. I don't want to see that fight, innit? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not interested in that fight whatsoever. But it will sell. It will sell some serious numbers, especially if the fans are allowed back into Wembley and everything else. But I would like to see Chris Eubank do bits against Billy Joe, but I don't see it, bruvs. I think he's going to be another technical masterclass. I think he'll edge it again. Yeah, sorry. I'm not interested in that fight, but I think that's the only fight you got to make. You got to make it.
Well, it's good to. Well, I guess we're all in agreement that for now, man. You see, the problem with anybody that's fighting Canelo, usually I go with the route of if the guy is black, I'll support the guy. That doesn't work out. If the guy is British, I'll support the guy. That never works out. If the guy is American, well, I'll try and support the guy. It still doesn't work out. So there's nobody out there to touch up that guy, man. I tell you what, we'll find somebody. But for now,
No, we won't.
No, for now, man, it's all about Canelo, and he has beaten. I think what Saunders was like the 6th, 7th British guy that he has. He beat the.
He's number 7.
He likes to beat up the Brits, He likes to beat up well.
In these Mexicans, man, you be taking the mick out of tortillas and all those things, and those guys are punching your life. Man,
Oh, yeah.
Canelo, man, all the best, man. You're a beast. Nobody can take you. Which brings us all the way from, we're leaving Mexico and we're coming to North London, baby. North London, where everything is rosy.
This guy. See this guy.
Everything is rosy. At the moment, both the two North London clubs in the Premier League have wonderful young managers. So now the question I have is, I know Ryan Mason is a standing manager. He's not, I don't really see them sticking with him unless Levy does what he does best, and you think, you know what, money wise, this is good. The players respect him, yada yada yada. So now with Ryan Mason, first of all, do you think with the games he has had and with the way the season is going, if Tottenham win every single game, I mean he has only lost 2 games against Leeds and the cup final, which everybody expected him to lose. Would you give him a season, Karim? Would you give Ryan Mason a season?
Karim, before you answer that question, can I ask, well, how come Ryan Mason is in the hot seat and not Ledley King? Does Ledley King not have badges or something?
Yeah, he doesn't have to do it. Yeah, that's the only reason why.
But does Ryan Mason have his badges though?
Yeah. As soon as when he had that fracture at Hull, he started his coaching, and he then went to, I think he was coaching the under-23s. So he's been managing the under-23. So technically, we just said step up and do that. Okay. So that's it.
Cool.
So,
but going back to your question, no, I wouldn't give him a year. In the direction that Daniel Levy and the whole club is trying to push, I don't think we can afford to give him a year. I think we need an attacking, young-minded, counter-attacking manager. And at the moment, I knew when Jose got the job, I knew he wouldn't last long because that's not the style of the way Tottenham play. Everyone says Brendan Rodgers is probably one of the favourites at the moment in time. He would be good. He's an expensive option. But again, the guy for me was the Leipzig guy. That's what I wanted to see in the job. I thought if we got him, that would have been the stepping stone what Tottenham Hotspur needed.
Speaking about right managers and all that story, so this is an interesting one. So you wouldn't give him another season. You also think that it's not the right direction. Mike, who do you think would actually coach or manage Tottenham, especially if they lose Harry Kane?
Lampard.
Sorry?
Frank Lampard. What? Guys proved that he could do it at Derby. Guys, it's at Chelsea. That team that this guy's winning Champions Leagues with is of Frank's hard work. Well, and he's English. He's a young English manager. Why not Tottenham? Why not? Kareem, why not?
He's Chelsea. He's not going to do Tottenham.
Never.
Jose was bloody Chelsea and Man United.
Jose hasn't got the loyalty to Chelsea that Lampard has. No way.
He's a special one. He went to Chelsea twice. Why not Frank? Why not Frank? No, why not? Why not? Yeah, you manage it.
What do you see as the future for Tottenham doing?
What do I think for the future to Tottenham?
Yep. So let me break that down. So Ryan Mason is there now. Come the end of the season, Bale goes back to Madrid. Harry Kane goes to Manchester United. Dum, dum, dum. And and all the other players are just left that way. What do you think is the future for Tottenham?
They'll be the next Arsenal, won't it? They'll go backwards. So at the end of the day, like, you know what, Mike was right. Like they're both doo-doo right now, innit? Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them things where I wanna see Tottenham. You know, I'm not even gonna lie, I can't stand Tottenham. I'm not even an Arsenal fan, but I can't stand this team. I can't stand their style of football or anything. I want to see them go backwards. I want to go see them get depleted. Right. Harry Kane, get your ass to Man United. Heung-min Son, go somewhere else and enjoy life. Hugo Lloris, understand you're not going to play Champions League football ever again unless you leave the club. For me, the best thing that Tottenham can do right now is bring in someone like Eddie Howe. I think everyone's forgotten about him, and I think he's someone who can actually gain that respect that he deserves. Forget man from Leipzig, you're not big enough for them, you're not good enough for them, right? So I think you guys need to understand your levels, innit? And for me, you need to be looking at mans like Eddie Howe. That's what I'm saying, innit? Standard.
Well, first of all, I think Karim's video is stuck again. Is that or Karim?
No, he's there. Karim's there.
Did you hear everything Dwayne said?
You're on mute.
You're mute.
Boy, that was deep, man.
That was very deep. You still can't hear you, man. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
mute.
he's frozen.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
it's
mute. Yeah, it's frozen. Anyways, before Karim joins us again, Steve, what do you think? First of all, Karim mentioned Tottenham's style of play. What is Tottenham's style of play, and what do you see for their future?
I think if Tottenham want to have
Apology.
no, if Tottenham want to kind of salvage a future, they need to do their business very early. If Kane's going, get rid of him, bring in a new manager, start everything all over again. In terms of who will go there, I can't see why someone like Brendan Rodgers would go there.
Yeah,
I don't see I don't see it. Eddie Howe is a possible good shout. If they're looking for someone that's got Premiership experience.
Sam's free. Sam Allardyce is about now. He's got relegated, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's definitely not. He doesn't fit Tottenham style. Tottenham style is passing, fluid football, isn't it?
Is it?
Before Jose, that's what they play. Before not under Jose Mourinho, but before Mourinho, Tottenham is always have flamboyant players. Yeah, that's they play football. They don't like this long ball. So Sam Allardyce don't fit. It would be interesting to see someone like Eddie Howe
Who's the flamboyant player now?
Again?
Who's the current flamboyant player in Tottenham? Because them man like Lavelle and they don't even play. So who's the flamboyant player?
Yeah, but that's Jose Mourinho's players, isn't it? You can take those players and make them play. Lo Celso can play football. Lamela, Son, they can play football.
Help me understand something here, though. First of all, Karim, did you hear what Dwayne said about your team? I just want to understand if you got that part well, or was it so deep that it cut your internet?
I heard some of it, but and then I think for his sake, I think it cut me out.
What I don't understand is why do you guys think Brendan Rodgers cannot be at Tottenham? Why?
No, it's not that he can't be at Tottenham, but if you look at where he is now, to go to Tottenham or even Arsenal, to me, it's a step backwards for him, because at the end of the day, he's at a club that's going forward. He's got a chairman that will seem to invest and spend money on the level that he probably can live with. But going to Arsenal or Tottenham, neither club owners seem to be wanting to stick their hands in their pocket to meet the fans' expectation of what they want to achieve on the pitch. At Leicester, he's got that. It seems like a happy camp.
Well, speaking about Rodgers, though. Speaking about Rodgers, if he doesn't qualify for top four, or if Leicester doesn't qualify for top four, it just proves that he falls short when it comes to the big thing, because it happened last season, and it looks like it's going to happen this season again. I mean, unless Leicester beats Man United tomorrow, anything but that, they're pretty much. I mean, they should just kiss top four goodbye. However, you guys mentioned Eddie Howe for Tottenham, and you've mentioned Sam Allardyce, Frank Lampard, great managers that can come in.
Big boys.
Yes, big boys. However, but then the incentive is still this, though. The incentive is still this. It's still Tottenham. The name is still there. The same way you still have Arsenal and other clubs, the name still stands out. So the CV of having Daniel Levy comes and says, you know what? I have X amount of money. If Kane goes, we have even more money. I'm willing to give you 3 years. All we need to do is get in the Champions League. You don't think it's good enough to entice a top manager, Dwayne?
A top manager?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Do you know what? I don't know if you guys will agree with this one, but for me, if I'm trying to get someone who's better than a Howe or whatever, I'm bringing in Rafa Benitez, you know?
Everybody would bring that guy in.
I really think this guy would do incredibly well at Tottenham Football Club for what he's done previously with Newcastle and what have you. You know, remember what I said before, you know, certain guys will come just for the manager. Rafa Benitez's name has got clout, bruvs. He's got respect. I think he can bring certain man to this club and make this club a lot better and stronger than what they are right now. I think so.
What do you think?
Yeah, I've been saying that for weeks. If Arsenal are going to get rid of Arteta, that's the only man I want to see come through the door.
Is
The
it?
only one.
Because I don't think any other manager is going to come and work on a shoestring budget. and try and work. You can bring managers, but the owner's not going to give them lots of money to work surgery on the squad. Can we get a manager that knows the Premiership, can work with what he's got, get results? Benitez, he's proven it wherever he goes.
Will you take Benitez, Karim?
Right, mate. Karim's internet's on a
He's frozen again because no one can stay that still.
Yeah. Okay,
Or he's in shock about what we're saying about Tottenham.
Dwayne took his soul, man. The man is there.
Hashtag fatality.
But Mike, so what? You wouldn't take Benitez for Arsenal?
Oh yeah, I'll take him in a heartbeat, mate.
Has Harry Kane's there for one more season?
Oh, Karim's back, but in a weird way.
Yeah.
He's there.
Am I good now? Am I good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, yeah, I think I would definitely take him.
You take Benitez?
Yeah, I'll take Benitez.
Even without Harry Kane?
The thing is, I don't think Harry Kane's. I think Harry Kane's got one more season now.
One more season.
Steve's shaking like Encona pepper sauce right now.
So you actually think Harry Kane is going to stay for one more season?
He's bounced.
One more season. Yeah, definitely.
What's one more season going to do for him, though?
Definitely. I just think I think he's just a Tottenham boy through and through. So I think he'll just hold it out for one more season.
Well, first of all,
but that's hoping now. But then again, I wouldn't be mad if he left. Same reason I wasn't mad at Carl Walker for leaving. Because if I was there and I knew that I was a lot more better than half of the players, and I put in the work rate I do it every single week, and the players around me are not putting in the work plate, the chairman seems to be running the club, which we just need a sporting director more than anything. I think Levy calling the shots is like, we didn't need to bring Gareth Bale in. It was good to see him back, but we didn't need to bring him back in. And that was all Levy. That wasn't nothing to do with Jose at all.
Would you say, Mike, that there is actually a difference of situation with what is happening at Arsenal and what's happening at Tottenham?
Yeah.
Are you guys sharing the same misery?
No, because Daniel Levy, if he wants to, can do something for his club. Yeah, he can move the club forward if he wants to. Yeah, although he's money oriented, but this Cronky guy, he's just there to just rip the club, take the money out, and that's it. He don't care about his teams, any of his teams. Forget about Arsenal. I don't care about none of his teams. He just collects them like sports cars, rinse them out, and tells the goddamn that he owns his club. That's it. That's what he's about. So we're not in the same position because Dan Levy has always been how he's been, but he still moved Tottenham forward. I mean, for a while there, they were better than us for a couple of seasons, to be honest. But
are we not better than now?
Hey, easy, Tiger. Turn your internet off. We're talking about you better than us now. We're both shit. Let's leave it at that. Let's not argue about it. We're both shit. Yeah, that's it. No, equally shit. Equally shit each other.
No, but we're better now.
Yeah, we're equally shit. But yeah. So we're in a downward spiral. For me, Tottenham have just paused. They're not necessarily in a downward spiral. They've just paused, and we'll see what happens next.
But you must agree we're better than you.
What? This guy's internet is it Ghost speaking or is it Kareem? It's madness. What's he talking about? Anyway, back to reality.
Ghost, Ghost.
So basically, been possessed. Bottom line is, yeah, Tottenham have stagnated, call it that, but they're not declining. Yeah, but Arsenal, since Wenger's we've went what, 6th, 8th, 9th. We're gonna finish what 12th or something like that. It's madness.
So now the question is now, Steve, and bearing in mind from Steve, I'll ask everybody else: should Arteta stay?
Steve, don't let me down, Steve. Don't let me down, man.
Yes.
What the fucking hell, this guy?
Okay, what?
You know why? It's no point changing the manager, right? If the owners are not gonna change their approach. anything that they do, if they've invested into the project, right, the worst thing we can start doing is keep changing the manager, changing the manager. They can give him another full season and see where they go. He's not going to take us towards relegation.
Okay.
Right? He's not going to take us towards relegation. So changing the manager, not unless the club change their approach and say, yes, they're going to invest a lot of money, right? The situation is not going to change at Arsenal.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Are you saying that the situation at Arsenal is solely down at what the owners are doing? It has nothing to do with the managerial class?
No, the manager has made mistakes. The manager is inexperienced.
So
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that he couldn't have done things better, right? It was a massive job to come in for an experienced manager to get him to come and do what he's done, clear out the club, change the squad, basically, right? But you change him now for who? It's what I always say to everyone. You can say change a manager, but
Eddie
for
Howe.
who? Say, is Eddie Howe going to bring us that much better?
I don't know. He's better than Arteta now.
Why? What did he do in Bournemouth?
They
got relegated. They got relegated.
Come on, be serious, yeah. The guy don't know.
I'm being serious.
Okay,
you're telling to replace a manager with someone that took a club down, that got relegated.
I was joking about Eddie Howe, really. Obviously, he's Tottenham standard anyway. But listen.
It's no point putting that. It's no point talking about Allegri, Nagelsmann, or nothing like that. These men are gonna come with a request for a lot of money that the Arsenal board are not gonna back. Arsenal have not invested.
1 second, Steve. 1 second, Steve. I understand what you're saying.
Makes sense.
I understand that you think that regardless of who the manager is, that the club is not going to back him. But before I go, I know Mike, I know you're itching. I know you want to just bite.
Let me in, son. No, I'm joking.
However, Dwayne, what do you think? Outside perspective, what do you think?
All right. So I personally think, I'm gonna 100%. The guy needs to go. Right. I'm not even debating that. All right. And who I would go after, I would be cheeky if I was Arsenal. And I know he signed a new deal recently, but I would go after Ralph Hasenhüttl at Southampton, right? I would actually be very cheeky and I would go after this guy. The reason why is because Arsenal are all about pace. They're about burning. They're about breaking, right? This is exactly what Liverpool does, right? Hasenhüttl, he is the same style of football as Klopp. He is that pressure. He's that pace. He's that power breaking. I'm telling you, someone like Hasenhüttl, I think that's his name, isn't it? At Arsenal, oh my God, there would be some serious business there. I think it's cheeky, but I would test his resolve because Arsenal are still a better overall, not necessarily on the pitch. Yeah, they're a bigger pitch.
Bigger.
Yeah. They're a bigger squad, bigger team, bigger brand overall than Southampton. I'd be cheeky.
So, Karim, what advice would you give your fellow not Londoners? Do you think Arteta should stay? Would you take Arteta for Tottenham?
No, never. Never.
Emphatic.
Would I like to see him there as a Tottenham fan? Absolutely, because I think it's the downline of Arsenal, and I think he'll continue pushing them down because I just don't think he has a managerial sense at the moment in time. But if I was an Arsenal fan, definitely, I would definitely get rid of him. I think he wasn't ready for the job. I think all these big names, from the Frank Lampards to the Ryan Masons, all these guys that have taken the Premiership teams because of a little bit of clout that they had when they were Spurs players, I just don't think they're ready for it. Yeah. I think Steven Gerrard is a prime example. He's a prime example of taking it step by step, because they said that he can even have the Liverpool job, and he said, "No, I'm not ready for the Liverpool job." I think Klopp's the right man for the job, and I just think he just knows that he's not ready for that sort of pressure to be added to it.
Hold on. Did I just hear you? Kareem, did I just hear you put Lampard and Mount in the same clout area? Did I hear that? Mason Mount, yeah?
No.
Ryan Mason.
Ryan Mason. To be honest, I don't even know why Ryan Mason.
That's even worse. So you're telling me Ryan Mason was put in the same sentence as Frank Lampard, King of West London, as in clout. I know I didn't hear that right, innit? Do you know what I mean? If you need assertive, I've got some for you, bro.
I don't know why Mason's got the Tottenham job at the moment, because you got a man like Chris Powell that's been a manager in the league. So I don't understand that. Don't understand that.
Exactly what I'm saying. And to be honest, I would love to see him in the Spurs job. I would love to see him there. I don't know why, but I think it's because of the Jewish community and stuff, and maybe not trying to give it to man and Ledley King.
Yeah, we know why he's not getting it anyway.
I see them man do it.
Well, Mike,
you know what?
We know why they didn't get the job, innit? We know.
Yeah.
Why didn't he get it, Nusu? Why didn't he get it?
Say it loud. Say it loud,
man. Read between the lines, though.
What lines? What lines? Are you trying to say that he wears too much cocoa butter? And
No, they gave it to him for popularity.
Is that what it is?
It's the popular choice.
Yeah, but
I don't think he was even that great a Tottenham player.
He was, man. He was good. He was going to be great.
There's a lot of sympathy for him because of the injury and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so that's why they've got.
But to be fair,
He have injuries though as well.
To be fair, he has had like his career wasn't that bad, and it would have been wonderful. You never know. However, the question here now, before we talk about Mason and his heart problems and Powell and all that story and read between the lines, Ledley King, I don't think wants the job. Let's just be honest about that. Whether he has the badges or not, I don't think he wants the job. I think Ledley King is another example of Tottenham's undying loyalty to somebody that would have been wonderfully great, in my opinion. So I think even if you give Ledley King and you say, oh yeah, you know what, we'll give you 500 million, you just be like, no man, no, I don't want to.
That's how he talks.
He talks like he's an anaconda. Like, no man, you guys there. But Mike, why do you think Arteta should go?
Wait, before I say that, yeah, Steve, quick one, yeah. So you're saying that because owners are whack, which we all agree they are whack, you're saying a different manager couldn't get better results out of that same team, irrespective of the managers. You're saying because the owners whack.
You might get a bounce, but in terms of a long-term thing, no, you won't. That's why I keep saying the only one probably is Benitez. Yeah. If there's anyone in the Premiership that I reckon we could get, I'll probably go Nuno.
Okay.
Yeah, from Wolves. Yeah, but in terms of, am I expecting Arsenal to replace it with someone that needs to do long-term surgery? Okay. No. Before, and this is Arteta because he's in the job now. Before Arteta come, right? I wanted them to get Ancelotti. Yeah, because I thought that he was the better fit and he would have been able to do a better job than what Arteta can do now. But now we've got Arteta, right? To me, you might as well ride it out for a little bit longer instead of because Mike, I don't think we're gonna get the manager we need to actually do the real surgery throughout the club to take us forward.
Bro, wake up, yeah. Arsenal aren't the YTS. We can't be waiting for this geezer to learn his trade at our expense. He will never be good enough. Till he goes away, there's a couple of jobs, yeah, then he might be good enough. But if we're waiting for this 4 or 5 year thing, he won't be good enough in 3 or 4 years.
So who you're gonna say? You just told me you're gonna bring in Eddie Howe, who took a club down. Eddie Howe was used to playing at the bottom of the league, so you can't tell me that's gonna be better.
Karim, you see what about this too?
This guy has proved he's dead. Yeah, he's not ready yet. Yeah, we need to do something now. You can't be waiting for this guy to learn the trade, and he might be good in 3 or 4. Man's played a false 9 randomly out of nowhere on the biggest game of the season. Just randomly playing false 9 like that.
First things first. Talking about Dwayne, I'm asking you this because it's something your cousin said. I think a lot of people haven't seen. So your cousin mentioned something about admiring Chelsea's way of business.
Oh, true. So, I agree.
And what he was talking about was Frank Lampard, club legend, wonderful player, yada, 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 wasn't even doing too badly. Chelsea cut him. They didn't even think about, oh my God, maybe, because at the time that Frank was sacked, they had gone 15 games or a couple of games unbeaten, blah, blah, blah. He actually won his last 2 games. They got rid of him.
Results business.
Now,
yeah.
So now you're seeing that it's a result game. And of course, Tuchel is doing wonderful. So, and Levy also has that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Levy also has that mentality where, look, man, you're not performing. I mean, Mourinho was sacked 1 week before a cup final, which I don't think was the best decision, but they're just showing you that, they're just showing that, okay, look, we don't need you, get rid. But now Steve's saying he doesn't think another manager can do wonderful for a long-term project. Right, Steve?
Say that
You,
again.
you do know why he was fired a week before the cup final, right?
Why was
No,
he
what's the
fired?
reason?
The reason why he was fired because there was a clause in his contract to see where Tottenham would finish in the league and how much he'll be able to get paid. Obviously, he was not in the top four. I think we were sitting at 7th or 8th at the time. So Levy said, okay, you haven't won us a trophy. I don't have to give you no bonuses. Here's 5 million. See you later. That's the only reason why.
Why not just keep him to the final, then do that? I don't understand.
Because we had to pay him bonuses for that.
For
If
what?
he
If you
won-
what if you won?
If he
If
won,
we
if he
we
won
had
the
to give him a
final.
bonus for that.
Hold
Yeah.
on. Whoa, wait a minute. We're not seriously talking about the fact that if Mourinho was there, you would have won the final, are we?
No, we are, but no. All right, hypothetically, Dwayne, right?
Okay.
If he was there and they won the final, yeah, they would have to pay a lot more money.
We have beaten Man City in the last six encounters 4 times. So how can you? What makes you think we wouldn't be able to beat them?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're Tottenham. You're
You
shit.
But what makes
you beat him 4 times. Why am I defending Tottenham? But I have to.
Mate, Mourinho in a one-off game, he
Anything
can
can
pull it
happen.
out. Anything can happen, yeah.
But hold on.
So that shows you. That shows you
Hold on.
that a
Of course
club.
he
That, wait. That shows you how the club's thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
the club could have got the team a trophy for the first
They
time
don't
in a
care.
long while, right? But they made a financial decision. Club
Right.
disconnects. Club
Right, hold on,
disconnected from
hold
the
on.
fans again.
Let's
Same thing at
watch
Arsenal.
all of
Let's watch
us
this quickly, man.
I'm exactly
all
same
of us
position.
know. All of us
Cool.
know, as being supporters of the Big Six in the English League, that if we won that trophy, what would that mean?
But to the fans, I mean everything.
You mean something?
Yeah,
What,
it would have mean
that trophy?
something.
That trophy,
No.
come on, let's be real. That's everybody knows. Everyone calls it the Mickey Mouse Cup, and it's the truth. No one cares about it.
Bro, how can
Yeah,
you talk
with
about,
them.
how can you call a cup Mickey Mouse when you ain't win nothing for 19 or long? What kind
But
of
I'll be real with you. I don't want it. Get rid of it. I wouldn't want
you don't win a trophy?
it. I would get
But
rid of it.
I agree
Get
with
rid
him.
of it.
If you won
Get rid of it.
if over your season, all you've got to show for is the Carabao Cup. That's
Yeah,
not a successful season to me.
No, Steve, no. Okay, please help me out.
if
Help me
it's
out here. Help me out here, please. Help me out here.
What?
Help me out here. So Karim just said top 6 in England. First of all, Mourinho was one of the first people that made that cup very important. Playing top team, top players for that cup. It's a cup at the end of the day,
Yes,
whether you
man.
like it or not.
Winning
So
is
now,
winning.
are you saying the question is very simple, Karim, and everybody else that agrees with Karim? Are you saying that cup is not important because Tottenham is a top 6 club? Because if Dwayne wins the League Cup, he'll be happy. Won't you be happy, Dwayne?
Bruvs, not only we won the cup, we're automatically in Europe. What kind of talk is this? Hold on.
We're talking
we're
from a
putting
Big
serious-
Six perspective.
He's talking about for a Big 6 club.
But
So
you,
if Man
but
City,
hold on.
if Man City, wait.
Where's the reality here? Where's the reality? Tottenham are no longer a Big 6 club. Why are we talking
course
like
we are.
this for?
Of
I
course
don't
not, of course
understand.
not.
This
Listen,
don't make no
behave,
sense
behave.
anymore.
Behave.
Okay,
Behave.
one second.
Behave.
If you are
course
invited to the Super League, put your hands up.
Why were you invited? Right? Let's give. Look, I'll give Tottenham respect, innit? Right? At the end of the day, when we look at the coefficient rankings, they're in the top 6. But right now, we saying they're arguably a bigger club than Leicester City right now.
Yeah,
with,
but
with their
Dwayne,
East Asian backing. Are we
Dwayne has-
saying that seriously?
Dwayne has a point in the sense that if you win that cup, you're automatically in Europe. There's no guarantee that you're going to be in Europe right now as it stands.
Of course. I hear that.
No, but can I
I
ask,
hear that.
as an owner, how can you not want to? How can you not want to win something, regardless of what it is?
Because that's not on his radar. He's not going to turn around and say, "Oh, you win the Carabao Cup. You win the Carabao Cup, and it's all right. You can keep your job." That's not on his. He has objectives, and Levy's objectives is Champions League football,
Yeah.
and probably a domestic cup of some sort,
that's the
preferably
cup.
the FA Cup.
But you
That's
could have
not-
won that cup. You could have won that cup and still sacked Mourinho same way.
We could have, but then it would have been eaten into his funds, which we already know how this guy plays.
Boy. So then Arsenal and Tottenham are the same then. 'Cause
And if we won that cup, and we finished 6th, that's still a rubbish season for me.
Okay, this is a question. That's a simple question for everybody.
boy.
If Tottenham had won the cup would that be more incentive for Kane to stay?
Yes.
No.
No, you can go now.
Nope.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Because he needs to win a trophy. He needs to understand what it's like to lift his arms, let the armpits be free, and say, you know what, I did this. He hasn't done that. He hasn't had a chance to do that. He needs that. Do you know what I mean? Let's take stepping stones.
Given
If
the
you're a
options,
Spurs fan, you've got to have stepping stones.
no, given the options available to Kane, yeah, this is the best season for him to move.
Of
right?
course it is.
In terms of
course.
basically, he can have his pick.
Yeah, because he's world class.
Of all the clubs as a striker. Yeah, he
100.
probably only compete with Haaland. Yeah, in terms of the clubs that he can go to. Okay, but if he wins the trophy, what is it? He can still get better elsewhere. So how does winning the Carabao Cup incentivize him to stay? It wouldn't.
Yeah, but he still wants to win it, though, isn't it? Surely.
Say again?
He would still want to win that cup.
Are you guys saying that Kane wins a trophy with Tottenham? Levy decides we've won the trophy. We're in Europe. We can get in more quality players. You don't think it would have been good enough to entice him to stay for another year? I mean, Karim thinks he should stay for one more year, regardless of no trophies.
I think it will be dependent upon who Levy gets in as the manager and how much funds he's gonna throw at it. Remember, Kane's been there for a long while. You know, he's seen a lot happen in Tottenham.
All right.
So what's gonna happen to make you think it's gonna be something different?
Go on, Karim. Tell them.
Let me ask you a lot of questions now. Yeah? So you win the Carabao Cup, finish 6th, you win the Carabao Cup, or you come 2nd in the Champions League and finish 6th. Which one are you choosing?
Carabao and top 6. I'm still taking it. I know what you're saying about the Champions League and whatever else, but look, you need a cup. You need a win.
That's Dwayne's right about the cup, but let's be honest. One doesn't preclude the other. You're acting as if, if we win the cup, we can't finish 2nd as well. Why can't you finish 2nd? Like as if somehow the cup stops your league form.
No. 2nd in the Champions League. In the Champions League final.
What does 2nd in the Champions League give you though?
Absolutely,
boy. More funds.
I win a cup all day long, mate. I win a cup all day long. If you ain't first, it don't matter. As far as I'm concerned.
Okay, I hear you. I feel it from Levy's point of view.
Well,
he's getting more revenue. He's getting more money from finishing 2nd in the Champions League.
But what about Kareem from a fan's point of view?
You're a fan. All that money that Levy's making don't do nothing for you. You're still gonna pay the £80 for that toilet roll t-shirts. Same way. It ain't gonna do nothing for you.
Okay.
So, no, it's true. Money
but that's the disconnect, though, isn't it? You remember, right? These club, a lot of the clubs, they don't care about the fans.
Listen, I will win.
It's a business. It's a business.
I don't care where my team is.
In trying to put it, let's forget about the business and let's keep it as fans. Grassroot chats, we're fans, we're talking. Couch pundits. So it's very simple. It's very simple. We'll end this particular topic on this. Dwayne, what is the future of Arsenal? What do you see happening? No ifs. Based on how it is now, what do you see happening to Arsenal and what do you see happening to Tottenham? No ifs.
I don't think there's any difference between Arsenal now and the days of Bruce Rioch at all. I really think Arsenal are going to have to grind out some serious results. They're going to have to get back to defensive ways and grind out them victories. I just don't know if their defense is consistently strong enough. I think there's a serious amount of leakiness there. And I can see them finishing out a top 6 again next season. As far as Tottenham are concerned, big factors, man. They got to keep Kane. 100%. They got to sort out right back position with Doherty and Serge Aurier. This Eric Dyer situation, are they going to be able to hold on to him, or is Jose Mourinho going to nab him? I've heard about this Højbjerg situation as well. They can't afford to lose Højbjerg. I'm telling you that for free, bruvs. You know what? Tottenham could seriously be fragmented this come the new season. There's a lot that could happen to them. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. But Arsenal, I think they're going to have to understand that they're not going to be that top 6 with Arteta there. I don't think Arteta's the guy who's going to bring them forward at all. Although I do think he's the sort of man that Kroenke would love to stay there and do an a la Wenger 15, 10 years, because I can't see Arteta really chatting and making any noise there.
All right, what do you think? So, Kareem, same question. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. Based on what we've seen now, future for Arsenal, future for Tottenham.
Tottenham, bring a sporting director into the club. We don't need Daniel Levy managing and running the transfers within the club. I think that showed by bringing Gareth Bale in. We didn't need him. I think that's just a waste of funds. And I just feel that it was just the wrong move. We've got other positions that we definitely need to sort it out, i.e. that right back situation, which at the beginning of the season, I thought was sorted by bringing in Doherty. But clearly, it just showed that he's a wing back and he's not an actual right back. Yeah, so I think, yeah, it's important that we keep Kane. If we don't, then we will be on a serious decline because he's saved us massively, even though Human Song does step up. But ideally, I would love to see Kane there one more time. Arsenal, I feel that they are going to keep on to Arteta because I don't think they don't have anyone that, and I don't think they can, it's not an attractive club to bring in a big manager, if I'm honest. I think there's nothing there. They won't even get any European football next year. So it's a lovely time for a Spurs fan to see Arsenal on a decline like this. So yeah, keep going.
Mike?
No, okay. So let me start with Spurs first. Spurs, yeah. I actually disagree with you a lot in terms of if they lose Kane, the whole world falls apart. I don't think that's necessarily the case. Depending on how much money you get for him, and if you spend it wisely, I don't think you're going to be much worse off because you can improve your team with that money. Because you're saying Kane saves you all the time with the goals, but you could improve your whole team with the money you get for Kane. I mean, you've got that little Dutch boy on the sidelines you never play. Some players can come out of their shadow now and play a bit more. Moria's there, etc., etc. So I don't necessarily subscribe to the doom and gloom. If you lose Kane, that's it. Every team loses their star player eventually, and a lot of them move on and get, if they spend wisely, they move on better. Hope that's not the case, but I'm just saying, yeah. Arsenal now, we're gonna go to the even lower than we did last season, yeah. With Arteta at the helm, no spending because of COVID, and basically we've got the Cronkies in. So long as we've got Cronkies in and Arteta, we ain't doing much. To counter what Dwayne was saying, our defense has got actually better. What we've lost now is our attack. So unless Arteta learns how to become an attacking manager, I can't see us doing much better. So you're right. We'll be like Bruce Rioch. We did the 1-0s in that. We don't get bad anymore, but we don't bat teams anymore either. So I think we're going to go on a continue to decline until something changes. Hopefully, then Eck buys us or dies or something like that. I don't know, or Cronky dies or something. But other than that, we're carrying being as we are. So,
What do you think, Steve? What do you think?
If there's no change of ownership, we will improve slightly next season because I think a lot of the off the pitch issues will continue to be sorted because not only have Arsenal's got rid of a lot of dead wood, as fans used to call it, from the club, there's also been a lot of change upstairs. So that apart from the owners, that club has changed from top to bottom in the last 18 months.
And now
so it's no, you can mention the position, but there's no stability in the club apart from the owners. We've changed everything. Yeah. And then have an inexperienced manager at the bottom of it as well. It's hard, it's gonna be hard for him. Yeah. So hopefully upstairs is now sorted. They know who's doing the transfers, they know who's doing the scouting, they know, and you got a better structure going forward. There's more surgery to do in the squad. Yeah, they've done a lot of work in January. A lot of people get them out of the club. Can they do the same progress? Yeah, they have improved defensively this season. There is some mistakes. Yeah, but you get rid of the mistakes and then things change. So I think we'll improve next season. Tottenham, if Tottenham lose Kane, they need to do their business early, get their manager in early, and allow the person to come in and stamp their authority. To be honest, getting a new manager and Kane going kind of will work in the new manager's favor because it's like a blank sheet. Yeah, he's not focusing it around Kane and Son. He can build the team as he sees fit. If Kane's still there and the new manager comes in, then it might be pretty much the same. You haven't got the funds to build. You haven't got the funds to build the side. If you lose Kane, that's why I said you do the business early. New manager can come in and say, you know what, this is our style of play. We're going to go two up top, whatever you want to do. But it's up to them. They can change the formation and stuff like that. So that would be the best thing. Levy needs to do it early. Don't do what he done with Gareth Bale. Sell him like in the last week and then get 10 man in on the last day of the season. That ain't going to help. If they're going to make the decision on Kane early, simple as that. And there'll be a period of, how can I say, settling in, but that'll be the best thing for Tottenham.
It is all good, man. I never thought I'd see the day that the North London clubs are admitting to each other that they're both crap. Dwayne took the soul out of our Tottenham friend here, saying they're total crap. I mean, life is
they were crap. I didn't say they were crap.
What did you say?
I said they were doo-doo. Get it right.
All right. Sorry, man. That means that's so much better than crap.
Dwayne, what team did you say you support?
I'm a Villa fan and proud.
Aston Villa. What's the hope of Aston Villa at the moment?
The whole field, we're feeling good. We've done so much better than last season. We're in a strong position. We're in the top 10 right now. We've made progress. The key word is progress, not decline. Progress.
No, that's
loving
right.
it, bro.
Right. What's life after Jack Grealish goes in the summer?
You know what? If Jack Grealish goes in the summer, we've got certain mans who we are looking at. And you know what? We'll make a lot of money off Jack Grealish. Is Jack Grealish 80, 90 million pound worth? Not in his lifetime. I hope if he goes, we get 80, 90 million for this guy. I'm sorry. I'm not saying he's on the same levels as like this whole Maguire thing when he went for 80 million to Man United. We know he's not 80 million. You know, how can we look at Van Dijk and say
he's better than Maguire though, to be honest.
He is better than Maguire, okay? But is he 89 million pound worth? No, he's not. As Steve says all the time, the English factor is going to put that price tag up.
He's worth it.
And that's why you're a Tottenham fan, and that's why you're an Arsenal fan.
So wait, hold on.
You two are the most stupidest in the world. 80 million for Jack Grealish.
Wait.
Dizzy blood.
Coutinho. How much did Coutinho go for? How much?
100 whatever.
142 million.
How much?
Whoa.
142 million Coutinho was. How much did Bruno Fernandes go to Man United for?
70?
Is he better than Bruno Fernandes?
Who? Coutinho.
Grealish.
No, let me hear something stupid. Somebody say yes, he's better than Fernandes.
Fuck you.
You know what I mean?
Because the thing is, I understand Grealish is a good player, yeah, but who really needs him in their side?
It depends. I give you.
Yeah, but Man United don't need him in their side. They don't need him.
We will if Pogba lives.
Yeah.
If Pogba lives, yeah. The question here, though, is before we go around in circles, simply just answer Karim's question. What happens to Villa if Grealish goes?
We'll be fine. Because if he actually goes, right, we'll actually bring in other players. Trezeguet is looking okay, right? He's injured now. Traore, I was happy with, but then obviously Man United still dealt with us well. Okay. El Ghazi will come in as well. And I'm sure there's going to be time to bring in other players. So I'm not saying that we're going to be, world beaters or whatever, but we're definitely going to have that stability, and we're probably going to be fighting with the likes of Arsenal and Tottenham for 7th, 8th place. So
apparently Martinez might bounce as well. Martinez might bounce as well.
Martinez might bounce. He might
Martinez might bounce as well.
Martinez might bounce. He might bounce.
There's even talk about Man United.
Yeah.
No. I need to go back. You said Aston Villa will be in the same level as Tottenham and Arsenal next season.
That's where we are. That's where we are right now, and that's where you are. That's what I'm saying. We've progressed and you've declined. So the balance is there. That's where we are right now. You have to understand. This is what I'm saying to you. You're not a top 6 club anymore. You have to understand. You've declined.
It is recorded and it will be on the YouTube channel. And
I need this.
We can do a review next year.
I'm going to play it to you next season when you're telling me you're 16th, and I'm going to ask you the same question.
The results are going to be different next season. Yeah,
we'll see about that.
The results are going to be different next season.
Just you and I both. Look, don't forget. Yeah, all the fans are not going to be back all next season. Don't forget that.
No, you're gonna get some though. You're gonna get some.
You're gonna get some. You're not gonna get all.
So this waiting of like a lot of away teams winning, right? The statistics that's gone through this season, that's not going to be the same as next season.
No, it's not going to be on the
stadiums
same
are
levels.
not going to be empty. Stadiums are not going to be empty.
Levels.
And if anything, stadiums are not going to have no away fans.
We shall see. We shall see. Let's see how this works. Before, first of all, so it's Karim.
Grealish, 80 million. What kind of stupid talk is that?
Karim predicts that Aston Villa will finish 16th. Dwayne says they'll still be the same level with Tottenham.
And I say with my chest, 16th.
Boy, 16th. Boy, you need to go pure gym 24 hours because you need to bolt that rock away. That ain't confident at 16. I tell you that for free.
Nah, man, top 10. 16th, bro.
16,
moving on to our final topic. It's a very simple question.
Kareem got jokes.
If the four of you are managers and you are managing City, you had the chance to win the league this weekend against the same team that you're going to play in the Champions League. Would you start Aguero after what he did against Chelsea? That's number one question. Would you start him? And I know it was a dress rehearsal for the Champions League, but I actually fancy Chelsea for the Champions League. What do you guys think? So there are two questions in there. Mike, I'll start with you.
Boy, Aguero is getting dropped like a flipping hot cake straight away. For that penalty, taking the piss, mate. He's on the bench, mug, straight away. Yeah, that's first of all. Second of all, Chelsea have beat, Man City twice now. So
FA Cup and...
Yeah. So people will think, oh yeah, they've got the edge on City, but actually I don't think that's the actual case. I think City will beat them when it comes to it crunch time, to be honest. When it matters most, they're going to beat Chelsea because you can't keep beating teams like that without them learning the way you play, in my opinion. But yeah, Aguero's got to go on the bench, mate, for big time. I can't be having that in my team, mate.
Yeah, well, saying that though, it is possible to beat a team 3-4 times. I mean, Man United beat City 4 times last season.
But not in those big games when it counts.
Yeah, they were all big. Come on, it's a Manchester derby. First of all, they're all big games. Twice, there were once in the semi-final and at home in City's ground. They're all big games when those teams play. However, what do you, Karim, would you bench Aguero or would you start him? Do you think that it actually fuel him to go in there and just destroy them? And who do you think has the edge?
Give me some bench job.
I think it's fair. It's unfair to bench him just because of that penalty thing. Like, yes, it was stupid for him to do, but looking at the history, what that man's brought to the club, and he's what he's done to get City out of certain situations, I wouldn't start him. Simply being is because he hasn't really been playing for the whole season, so he wouldn't be in my starting 11 now. And no, I can't see Pep losing a Champions League final. So I'm going to give it to City, and I wouldn't start Aguero now.
Dwayne?
I would play Aguero for the rest of the Premier League games. I'll tell him straight, your arse ain't going anywhere near this squad for the Champions League final. I'm just letting you know for free. You're just a plus to the P45 is there, innit? Right? You're a plus to the requirements. Play your ass in the league. We know you're still going to score and bang in your goals. You're going to do bits, right? Are Man City going to beat Chelsea in a Champions League final? This question sounds like the same question you guys asked me about Man City beating Tottenham. Man City are going to beat Chelsea the same way they beat Tottenham. It's going to be the same thing. I'm still going to put my neck out there and say they're going to beat them by 2 clear goals. They should have beaten Tottenham by 2 clear goals, but for some reason they didn't do it. This time, they're going to go and beat up Chelsea by 2 clear goals.
So, Steve, you don't give Tuchel a chance. You don't think this is a man that lost the final with PSG. You think he's going to lose another one? And he kind of looks like he has City's number.
He does look like he has City's number. But first, I'll answer your questions first. Does Aguero play? Yes, he starts for me because City are a better side of him in it.
So why
And
is
it's
it
the, and it's the one incentive he still has to win the Champions League with Man City. It'd be a perfect swan song for him. Yeah. Do I think City will beat Chelsea? I think they would, because it will mean a lot to them. They've finally got to the final. They put out their full strength side, because the team they played the team that lost to Chelsea the other day wasn't their full strength side.
And they played a mad.
Yeah. So I just think
2-4-2.
that I just think that I think Pep will, not even Pep, the team will just be up for it.
So
I'll be very surprised. I'll be very surprised if they're flat. I'm not disregarding Tuchel. I'm not saying he's not capable, but I just think the fact that they're in the final and they can taste it, I just think City will, if they're full strength, they'll beat them. They will beat them.
Sick to see Chelsea win it again. It'll make me sick to see Chelsea win it again.
I think they'll beat them. I think they'll beat them.
So okay, so now saying that, so clearly Karim doesn't want Chelsea to win because
No one does.
Why not?
I would prefer
Why not?
Chelsea to win 100%.
Yeah, we know why you.
I need Chelsea to win that one. I would love Chelsea to win that.
City will win it and Aguero score the winner.
What, with another penalty, yeah? Like a penalty, not bad.
You willing to put some money on that, Steve?
I don't bet on football. I don't bet on sports. I don't get bet.
Bet on what you have said. Don't bet on football. Bet on what you have said.
What? That Aguero scored the winner?
Yes.
Aguero
scored the winner, man. Don't need to bet. He will score the winner.
He ain't playing.
Well, he did that.
So do you think he's Pep's gonna do what he done to Ian, or Wenger done to Ian Wright in the final?
I think Pep is going to play, considering the fact that he has lost twice to Chelsea, and the only time he has beaten them is when he played Gundogan as a false nine. I think he's probably going to use that as an excuse and play pretty much that similar sort of football. That's what I think, because I feel with as always, he plays striker there. It always means there's an outlet. The ball is always going to eventually have to find the striker. There'll be more movement, more this, more that. He's tried it, and both times that he tried it, he lost to them. Lost in the FA Cup final, and he lost. Yes, maybe if the penalty had gone in, it would have been a different game. It would have been 2-0, blah, 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 blah. But I just feel he will want to be a bit more compact, especially with the way Chelsea is playing. That whole being very compact in the middle. You have Kante, non-stop Duracell battery. And then you have the likes of Mason Mount, Pulisic. All these boys are just busting through. So I think Pep.
Even Werner's dangerous, you know. Even though he don't score that many goals.
He doesn't score, but the pace and the way he takes the ball forward.
His movement is dangerous. He just don't score, but he's dangerous.
So I think Pep will want to keep it as tight. I mean, Man City could always continue with the high pressing and whatever, but the difference is that I think he wants a bit more, tight. So let Chelsea come at them, so they have the opening to go and attack.
But would Tuchel do that though? Would he go for them? I don't think he will.
These are two hungry managers. Pep feels, for Pep to have that, he hasn't won it since he won it with Barcelona. He didn't win it with Bayern, which everybody thought he will because of the team he had. So, and he has come to Man City, obviously has spent millions, defenders, but so everybody expects he's very hungry for this. At the same time, Tuchel lost the final last year. Chelsea, you could maybe argue, they were one team you didn't think would be in the final when this Champions League started. So now they're there. The last time they were there, that everybody felt they shouldn't be there, they won it.
That's true.
So, I mean, if you're looking at all these parameters, you never know. But I mean, on footballing terms, I still don't even agree City should win because, I mean, the past couple of games, you have been touched up by Chelsea. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for this evening. Karim, I hope you enjoyed yourself hanging with your friends from North London, and of course one friend from Birmingham. I hope.
Thanks again, guys, for having me today, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I hope you'll be back after Dwayne took your soul away.
No, after you sort your internet.
Yeah.
Go with Sky or something like that, yeah? or Virgin, whoever you with, sort that out. Terrible. But yeah.
Take Karim's soul away. Why are you saying that for, man?
Man,
leave him.
Yeah, you can't really cuss Dwayne.
He's upset. He's upset. He's upset, man. I understand. I wonder what it's like. I don't know how it's like to be an Arsenal fan, but I can understand why he's upset, man. If I was in a cup for 15 years and we didn't get anywhere close to winning it, I would be upset too. You know what I mean?
But you are. You're in FA Cup and Carling Cup all the time.
No. I'm talking about the Champions League, bro.
No,
he was in the Champions League.
You said a cup.
Years,
you said a cup.
Nowhere
you said a cup though. No, but you said a cup though, right? Or league? You still got a league. You're in the league here, right? When's last time you won it?
Yeah, but 15 years now, man. I can 15
win
years.
Win it. When's the last time you won it? The Premier League. Carling Cup, FA Cup.
It's a
Behave yourself, son. Yeah? Yeah, just behave. Yeah? No, talk until you won. The one cup you could have won, you don't even won it. Move on, man. Please. Next question.
You won it. You did won it.
You didn't want it.
It has been another episode of Grassroot Chats.
Yeah, what's all about?
Goodbye.
Bye.